Hello and welcome back to The Dirt, where we delve into the latest strategies for growing and maximizing enterprise value for your business and for yourself. As always, I'm delighted that you've chosen to join us on this learning journey. Well, recently I've had quite a few people reaching out to me asking if we could create more of these short solo casts about either areas of my life that I've struggled in or with, or current trends and how those impact the growth and liquidity value and exit value of businesses. So we are going to start making this a more regular part of The Dirt, 1 to 2 times a month, or maybe more, we'll see. You'll hear from me on these short topics. So one that has really stood out, which I'm excited to talk to you about today, is how to achieve growth and increase value in an industry that's on the decline. It may sound daunting for many of you, especially given current macroeconomic times, but stay with me as we highlight a few strategies that can transform a seemingly losing battle into a winning strategy. After all, oftentimes the greatest opportunities emerge during uncertain and tumultuous times. Macro downturns and industry-specific declines can work in your favor if approached thoughtfully, despite the imminent reality that overall spend has and will slow down. If you are more online or more remote, more creative, more agile, or whatever the term is that's going to beat your competition, you can capitalize on it. You may feel stuck, but declining industry trends and times of recession can actually be the perfect market conditions for disruptive thinking on existing business models. You may need to reset your brand or reset your market positioning or other things, but just know that innovative value creation and innovative growth strategies will determine the winners on the other side of that decline. Okay, so today I'm going to give you 3 of the most important opportunities for you to achieve growth and increase value if your industry is on the decline, like many of you. Number 1, reinvent your business model. Number 2, exploit adjacent markets. And number 3, embrace technology. So let's delve into the first point, the reinvention of your business model. When your industry is facing a downturn, a smart move, a super smart move, is to reconsider how you generate revenue and profit. All right, well, it's not really merely about changing the way you make money per se, but more so understanding where the industry is headed and adapting to that future, right? There's a reason why your industry is in a decline. It's not that the world is falling apart, although one could argue in some cases it is. It's because there is a changing world ahead of you. And so you must evolve and adapt towards that. Netflix is a prime example of this that I use all the time. Originally, they were a mail order DVD rental service, so to speak, competing with the likes of Blockbuster. But as the entertainment industry started moving towards digital streaming, Netflix pivoted and invested heavily in a subscription-based streaming model. They noticed the trend of digital media consumption on the rise and shifted accordingly. But they didn't stop there. They actually began producing their own original content as well, differentiating themselves from other streaming services and driving further growth. So this strategic reinvention was actually a key factor, a masterstroke, if you will, that catapulted Netflix to the top of the entertainment industry. That foresight allowed them to stay ahead in an evolving industry, having unique offerings that gave them an edge. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, let's explore exploiting adjacent markets. When a company faces an industry decline, it can tap into new growth opportunities by leveraging its existing capabilities and entering closely related tangential markets. A great example of this is Adobe Systems, which my business partner, Stephen Horowitz, has actually sold several companies to. Once known Primarily for its packaged software, Adobe saw the writing on the wall as consumers began moving towards software as a service or SaaS. They strategically transitioned their core products to a subscription-based model and expanded into digital marketing services, which ultimately boosted their market relevance and completely enhanced their enterprise value. When we talk about exploiting adjacent markets, we're discussing a strategy that allows businesses to diversify their portfolio without stepping too far away from their core competencies. For Adobe, the shift from packaged software to a software as a service model was a significant change, but one closely related to their expertise. See what I mean? They understood the value of digital marketing services and realized that they could leverage their existing customer base while providing new services, which opened up a whole new revenue stream and ensured they stayed relevant in a rapidly evolving tech industry. Not only that, but the multiples and the consistency of revenue, the predictability of revenue, and everything became so much more clear and valuable, if we're talking about enterprise value, just like we're talking about here. So all right, so that's number two, tangential business markets. All right, so finally, businesses in an industry decline must learn to embrace technology. I am a big believer that if you don't lean into software and be more tech forward, your business won't only be in a decline in a few short years, it'll probably be dead. Seriously. Every company must be a tech-forward company. In the digital era, which we're in, businesses can find growth opportunities in even declining industries by embracing this digital transformation. Take the case of Domino's Pizza. When faced with increasing competition and changing consumer behavior and all sorts of other things, they embraced technology and rebranded themselves as a tech company that sells pizza. They invested in an efficient online ordering system, implemented AI and implemented data analytics and all sorts of things for enhanced customer targeting, and even ventured into drone delivery. Domino's allows and shows us that leveraging technology can revolutionize a business, even in a traditionally non-tech industry. And by the way, increase enterprise value and revolutionize what your company is worth at the same time. See what I mean? All right. So those are our three things. And with these expanded strategies and new points, remember that decline in an industry doesn't mean that your business cannot thrive. It can, but you must, number one, reinvent your business model. Number two, exploit adjacent markets. And number three, embrace technology. Even in a downturn, these three strategies can massively help maximize enterprise value, your enterprise value. And remember, history has shown that some of the best and most resilient companies and ultimately the most impactful companies evolved in times of industry declines. So I really hope that you found today's discussion on how to grow if your industry is in a decline helpful and maybe even inspiring. And if you did, please share this episode with other business owners who could benefit from the knowledge. And please continue reaching out to me. It's been so helpful. Reach out to me direct about the content, how it's benefited you and your business, how we can evolve it to be more impactful, and any other topics that you'd like to hear more about in these Solocasts going forward. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit subscribe to our podcast for more engaging episodes. And as always, a big thank you to Orchid Black. Till next time, thank you for joining me on The Dirt. Let's grow together, even in a declining industry.